Hello, I'm going to walk you through how to install the JetStream Finale controller for Windows. As you can see, I do not have the JetStream installed on my Stream Deck, nor is JetStream in the Finale plugins menu. I'm going to go ahead and close out of these programs. And here I have the latest version of the JetStream zip file. This is from June 23rd, 2022. I'm going to go ahead and extract that into my downloads folder. And once that is open, I have a new folder here, and I'm going to hit the JetStream setup executable file. I'm going to give it permission to change my computer. It's going to ask me where I want to install the Lua script and RGB Lua that JetStream uses to function. And by default, it's going to point to the Finale 27 default plugins folder. If you want to change this either for other versions of Finale, or if you like to store your plugins somewhere else like Dropbox or something, you would point the installer to where you want it to install, and it would actually remember it for subsequent installations. I'm going to go ahead and use the default location. Next, install. I'm going to hit finish, and it opened up actually here on my second monitor here, but it is now opened up a new folder that it created in the documents folder that contains 3 separate folders. These two contain profiles for the regular Stream Deck that includes the iOS and Android apps. And this is for the 32-key Stream Deck XL. And this I will get to in a moment. For now, I'm going to go ahead and install both the JetStream Finale controller. It's a fairly large profile. It takes a little while to load. I'm going to call up the software here. It's still thinking. There we go. This is the JetStream standard Stream Deck profile. And now I'm going to go ahead and load up JetStream Current. Again, that's just going to take a few seconds here. There we go. That was actually pretty quick. Now that those are both loaded, I am going to configure this so that I can easily toggle between JetStream Current, which you can use to customize. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click this first button here, and this is set to open up a profile. I just need to tell it that the profile that I want it to open is the JetStream controller. I'm going to hit this button on my Stream Deck, and that opens up the Stream Deck profile. And now I want to configure this button to do the same thing, which is to open up JetStream Current. Now, if I hit this top left button on my JetStream, I can easily toggle between the two profiles. When I open up Finale, you can see that in the plugins menu now is a menu item that says JetStream and then JetStream Finale controller. Let me go ahead and do something here. I'm going to add in some notes just with my old friend Speedy Entry. But let's add some dynamics using JetStream. I'm going to make a selection here, and let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to be hitting this entry button here, and now I'm going to go ahead and enter some dynamics. So I'm going to be hitting this button. And let's say we want to start with a piano, or then add a crescendo. And let's say we want to end with, I'm going to hit this button over here. And all of these are dynamics for the end of a passage. Let's go ahead and add in a forte. And that was all done using Stream Deck. Now, I mentioned earlier that there is a third folder in here. It says JetStream Auto Hotkey. I'm going to go in here. There is a JetStream hotkey executable file, and I'm going to make a shortcut of that. think I need to show more options here. Thanks, Windows 11. Create shortcut. And I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And now I'm going to go ahead and open up my startup menu for Windows by doing the Windows key and R and doing shell : startup. And you can actually see that I already have this shortcut in here. Let me go ahead and paste though. Yeah. New startup item. I understand. Okay, so this shortcut will now, when Windows starts, it will automatically start this for us. I'm going to go ahead and start it now. Down here, that is the JetStream hotkey that I just created. And now what this does is it lets me call up this plugin menu, this JetStream Finale controller, by doing Control J. Now, the way that JetStream used to work was that you would just use the Stream Deck, and the Stream Deck would enter a 4-digit code that it would enter in here. What we can do now, let me go ahead and actually undo the various things that I did before. Now I'm going to hit Control J again. There's the thing that says to enter the code. Rather than just doing codes, first of all, I can do multiple commands at once, and at least some of JetStream's functions now have shortcuts. So let's go ahead and do the same thing we did before, which is piano, crescendo to a forte. I'm going to do P space, angle bracket, looks like a crescendo, space, minus F. That minus or hyphen just sort of lets script know that it's a dynamic that happens at the end of a passage. Let's go ahead and maybe do something else here. Let's add accents. I think that the shortcut is accent. And I'm going to hit OK. And JetStream just entered in piano, crescendo, forte, and then it added accents to all of these things, all with one command. It's actually a very powerful way of interacting with JetStream, and has really changed the way that I use Finale. We actually have a TG Tools like dynamics move. You can see that there's a collision going on here. I'm going to go ahead and call up JetStream again, and I can do I can either do dyne down, or I can just do DD, and you can see that these dynamics just got nudged down. Again, a very powerful way of using JetStream, and has really changed the way that I use Finale. I hope everybody gets as much use out of it as I do, and happy music making.